That seems low. No, it's good. Go live, come on. We are at 0 drop frames. Shows good. YouTube does not show it up. There we go, we are live. So today we have an A1466 that came in with a complaint of does not turn on. And the first thing I see when I open this is a corroded JTAG connector. Now many of you know JTAG connector has many signals going through it, including SMC reset L, a bunch of other stuff that can really mess with stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is unplug the trackpad. And you see, the first thing the store did, it looks like, is replace this with the battery with a really, really lousy battery. These batteries, yeah, these are terrible. So please, if you're going to replace a MacBook battery, please buy a good battery, not some cheap half-weight piece of junk battery like this that's going to fail. I don't think I've ever seen a battery like this work. I legitimately think every single one I've seen with a battery like this has been trash. Another thing is fitting in the connector. Sometimes they can be really hard to get out. It's fine. Yeah, look at this junk. Absolute trash. Alright. So, unplug that, unplug this, unplug the trackpad. If you find my tweezers. Just basic stuff that we need to troubleshoot before taking the board out. Plug it in. Here's our MagSafe 2 adapter. I/O board is unplugged so the hall sensor wouldn't have any effect on power. We should get no green light. We don't. We get no fan spin. We get a fan spin. So we do get a fan spin. Do we get no post? That's the other thing. Does it post? It does turn on. So, let's take a look at the board because sometimes stuff is intermittent. But generally it's going to be corroded trackpad cable, something like that. Just basic stuff that I really wish stores would learn how to diagnose. I really don't understand how some of these people are able to figure out how to run a business, open a storefront, and yet don't have that they can't diagnose anything. I really don't understand it, you know. And it's not like one or two stores. I don't know. I really don't know. There is a large majority of stores that do not know how to diagnose stuff properly. It's scary. I just, like I said, I legitimately do not understand it, you know. I was hoping for an interesting one, but I don't think we'll get an interesting one. We also have corrosion on the SMC reset chip. So there's a lot of things on this board that can really cause issues with power intermittently. So we're going to take care of that. Most likely there is an intermittent issue. Anytime you get corrosion on stuff, moves around a little bit in transit, and you will get intermittent power. That's something common we see too, is stuff that doesn't turn on, but it turns on fine when we get it, and that is usually from corrosion, moving around a little bit, you know, corrodes the solder joint, doesn't make good contact, you vibrate it around in the back of a trailer truck for a while, and then you get no power. And this, you can see there's some corrosion here near our SMC and near our BIOS. So let's put this under the microscope and let's have a look. I'm sorry if I'm sort of sleepy. I am tired. Losing weight. Yes, not intentionally, unfortunately. Okay, so here's our board. Here's our JTAG. Anyone knows that any corrosion by the JTAG connector is not good. And corrosion by our SMC reset chip. That is also not good, and that can cause a power issue. And there's a call from Scam Likely. Hi, how can I help you?
Thank you for choosing Visa.
I'm so sick of those scam calls. Apparently, a client's son had his MacBook catch fire a while back. Thankfully, no one was hurt. He was sleeping, and apparently the girlfriend woke him up, sent Apple. What model was that? Was that the one that catches on fire regularly now, the 2015 Retina? Okay, so ISL looks pretty good. Corrosion near our SMC, that can cause a power issue. Corrosion near our BIOS, that can cause a power issue. A lot of times you'll get messed up traces around here. Corrosion around the clock dip, and that could definitely cause a power issue. So, we are going to start on this. So first things first, we need to remove this JTAG connector. I've mixed 3 fluxes together. I want to try and see what happens. So this mixture right here is Amtech NC559. It's Amtech NC559, 560, and 213. So we will see. It's kind of a strange color, but I'm really curious how it'll perform. What was I getting? Oh yeah, fume extractor. Oh, 250 degrees, that's not going to do it. There's our JTAG connector. Yes, Greg, they probably have cheaped out, but why would you even consider looking at a MacBook? I don't want to. I mean, anything Apple puts out is generally going to be absolute trash, so. Let's turn on my iron. Come on, heat up all the way. Not unless someone tossed me one. I actually have a few MacBooks here, but I don't want to even use them. I mean, I don't like using them. I like my ThinkPad. Mine's one of the older ThinkPads. It's a T440p, but it still does the job just fine. It's the last of the socketed Haswell CPUs for mobile, so. That was a quad-core i7 4700MQ. So it's decent for a laptop. Get out of here. Hi Nate, how's it going? It's good to me. Next area of concern is the reset chip. What's incredibly interesting, so I was looking at my analytics, right, the other day, or yesterday. Female viewership was up it's 26% now, but you look at it, it's all the they're all from the video of the earthquake with stuff being shaken around and falling. Only watch to see my store be destroyed. So So I kind of like this flux mixture. It's 3 fluxes in one. Thank you, I appreciate it. Did my stream just go funny? Yeah, rest in peace, AT&T Fiber. AT&T Fiber used to be really good. Not anymore. All things good pass. And screw up. No, not Frontier, it's AT&T Fiber. Frontier is awful. I would never even consider Frontier. What is it, like 2 up or 0.5 up and 2 down? It's some ridiculously slow number. Nothing that I would consider. Let's grab some donor parts. Yes, Frontier did buy Verizon in California. No, we don't have Fios here. But yeah, Verizon sold Frontier to Verizon a long time ago. Yeah, avoid Frontier. It's just useless. I mean, what are you going to do with 0.5 up and 2 down? I mean, don't even bother. Out here, their lines are so degraded that you don't even get that. It's completely unusable. It's an absolute joke. Hi Rob, how's it going? Did Tim eat lunch? Yes, I ate lunch. Sort of lunch. I'm glad to hear, Rob. I've been a little bit slower the past couple weeks, but that's kind of for the better, too. He used to work for Frontier, he trained the cell reps, and they fired him. That is not nice. Verizon or Frontier seems like a pretty lousy company to work for. I wouldn't work for them. So wow, so the flux mix turns into like a really black tar. Check that out. It turns into like really, really black. That's amazing. Look at that. I probably shouldn't be mixing stuff that I don't know what it's gonna react to. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea to mix stuff. Oh well. What's the worst that can happen? Rob, I mixed 3 fluxes, Amtech NC560, Amtech VS213, and Amtech 559. I haven't died yet from the fumes, so that's a good sign. We'll find out soon enough, though. Resistors are fine. Let's heat this up. We don't want to heat it up too much because then the edge bonding gets really brittle, but I do want it to come off really nice and easy like this. And you're able to do that if you heat it fairly hot. Anytime I get corrosion by the SMC, I always like to reflow it. Doesn't hurt anything, unless you're really stupid. So why not do it? Come on. I need to poke it to see if it's... I can't tell. Oh, that's why I'm using the small nozzle. Okay, it's liquid now, I think. Yep. Thank you to a geek in Japan. Thank you for watching. What temp do you have the quick at? 430. I saw it around 430. Alright, this resistor's no good. This one's fine because I know how the... Anytime you get the pads corroded like that, just replace the resistor. Okay. So we need one cap, one resistor. That's one of the power pads. I don't really care about that. It's this one right here. I kind of want to scrape. Gonna have to scrape with tweezers. Because scraping with tweezers is no good. I mean, with the iron. And there's no pad there, it doesn't look like. There's a pad, but it is just so degraded and falling apart. You guys can't really see it, but it's no good. Hopefully that doesn't go under the SMC, because if that goes under the SMC and I have to run a wire under the SMC, I'm gonna cry. Alright, what board is this? This is a 00165. I like how I can tell by not even looking at the board number now. Alright, so, and that is going to be... looks like... R5100, and that is going to go to PP3B42, so we have no worries there. We'll just run a little jumper wire to it. One second here. Sounds like Tim is getting a lot of messages. No, Tim is getting notifications when the security camera picks up the tree that is moving from the 40-mile-an-hour winds. No, Tim doesn't get messages, unfortunately. The only time I get messages is usually when people want to yell at me for something that isn't done soon enough. Yeah, every time there's a gust of wind, well, that was Rob Brown. Yeah, every time there's a gust of wind, it'll set off the security cameras, and then it'll send a notification to my phone that someone's outside, but someone's not really outside, it's just a tree. Alright, so we need a wire for 3v42 here. Let's see where we can steal that locally, because I don't want to run a big jumper wire. Now, I upped the security cameras a bit here because there was graffiti on the wall right near the store, and I don't want to have the store broken into. So, I put more cameras outside. Before I just had cameras inside, now the whole parking lot's covered. Because I do not want a store broken into. It's not like you're gonna get anything good in here. Everything at night is... Maybe there's a dude in the bushes wanting a job. Yes, but here's the thing. If you're in my bushes, you shouldn't have a job here. If someone is hiding in your bushes looking for work, yeah, probably consider finding someone else. Because generally, people that hide in bushes outside your store are not the kind of people you want to hire. I still remember that. That was just so bizarre. The resume he left on Tim's building was terrible. Yes. Another thing is don't do that. Yeah. So if you want to work at some place, do not. Yeah. Don't paint your resume on the wall. That wouldn't be a good idea either. I need to find people to work here. I can't do it by myself anymore. I don't have the energy. Or the want to do everything anymore. Yes, I need a Kevin, but a Kevin plus. So there's a wire there. It's not touching anything. Looks really good. So we're all good there. This clock chip works. We'll leave it. We'll just replace that cap. And I will, yeah, security camera notification again. Gonna replace this thing. I'm just gonna reflow the clock chip just to clean the corrosion under it. It should be fine. We'll replace that cap. That is a common one to corrode and fail. So we're just gonna treat this area with some flux. U1950 looks good. But yes, Teresa, I need a Kevin that does board repair. But the Kevin needs to do its job. That's the main part. Do want to get a good reflow on this BIOS. Those pins are kind of corroded. Trader Cam is here. Cam is angry at me. For no obvious reason. Cam needs to take a chill pill. I'm gonna lift this BIOS and resolder it because that's no good. Yeah, Cam is angry at me over something. I'm gonna change my nozzle. I want the big one. Ow, that's hot. I'm waiting for my hot air to cool down so I can switch the nozzle. Okay. Now we can change our nozzle because our hot air is cool enough. I'm gonna take this BIOS off. Do not replace the BIOS. No need to replace it. We just need to clean the pins. Also gonna take note of orientation. The text is at the top, upside down. So, generally, yeah, see, that would have worked. That would have been fine, but I just prefer not to leave them when they're like that. because I want to clean all the corrosion off of it, and I don't want to, you know, it's just not gonna. I don't want to take a chance of there being a corroded joint under there and then having the thing not turn on when the customer gets it back, so. Rather be safe than sorry and clean these pins up. What did this MacBook come in for, says Cam? This MacBook came in because it did not work. Those look okay, these look good. Alright, so the Mix-a-Flux seems to do a lot worse than 560 on its own. But I'll keep using it. Just because I want to, and now I don't want to waste the mix. But it is kind of nice, the mix. It's like 559, 213, and 560 all in one, but I kind of prefer 560 on its own. One thing I do like about the mix is that it's a lot less soot than 560. 560 has a really high rosin content, so it does put out a little bit more soot than 559, but it doesn't turn into that hardened, blackened gunk that 559 turns into, so. Cam, it does not matter. Let's put it in one of these SPI thingies on there. Whatever the heck this chip does. Okay, I think we're done here. Don't see any more liquid, and I'm an idiot. I left the SSD in. Oh well, we weren't heating over there anyway. Always take the SSD out. Don't be an idiot like Tim. Be a good board tech. Don't be like Tim. Be a good board tech. Hopefully, though, within the next 6 months, 6 months or so, I hope to not have to touch a MacBook anymore. Someone else will be touching a MacBook, and I will be fixing better things, more expensive things. Where's my DCN board? How's it going? Actually, no, not at the moment. I was actually getting ready to call you about your iPad.
Yeah.
It's going to be a board issue. It's not, unfortunately. So the only problem on these is it's like I said, it's going to be fairly hard to take the screen off without breaking it. So let me get you a quote on a screen. And the board repair would be 110. It wouldn't be. It's not too hard of a board issue, but it's gonna.
Okay.
It's the chip that I'm suspecting is bad is gonna be your TriStar, which basically controls charging.
Okay.
So let me look up the serial number real quick on this. It's an A1550.
So high outside.
It is.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Paying for the board is not
No. Let me look. The screens aren't too expensive for these. At least I don't think so.
Going to find you outside.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Have to find a supplier that has these in stock.
Is that like another like room, office room?
Yeah. So, not very big. It's mainly just a storage room.
The ATT next door, theirs is so small.
Really? I thought all these are the same. 500 square feet.
I think ours is 600.
Really? This one's 500, I think.
Ours is 680.
Okay.
They have like a little lobby and stuff. This is nice too.
Okay. So the screen is 89. There's a chance it's not even gonna be broken. You know, they're a pain. They're not really meant to be open. Sometimes you'll get them off. Sometimes you won't. Since it's not cracked, there's actually a pretty good chance that it won't be broken. Sometimes when they have a little crack in them, they just completely fall apart.
And then how do we just come in here and pay you?
Yeah, when it's done. So you'd be looking at 89 plus 110.
It's
M-
like
ma-
190, 200.
yeah, around there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying like about 200.
Yeah,
whatever.
around there. Maybe less if.
But yeah,
Okay.
Cause yeah, cause in summer she's off school and it's like.
Okay.
She might need something.
All right. I'll get it done then. Probably hear back from me about another week or so.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. All right.
Have a good day.
You too.
Hey, make sure you like. I know you already do.
Hmm?
Like, since they're already tagging.
I know. I haven't. The whole parking lot's covered.
Yeah, like sometimes I stay late. Like I see like just shady dudes just like walking there.
Really? I haven't. I'm sometimes here
Oh,
until.
you're here late.
Yeah. I'm sometimes here until 1. I haven't seen anyone in here.
Was it because okay, there's like 5 homeless people right here.
On the side again.
Dude, yeah, right here. Well, you've
The-
been here a little bit longer.
Yeah,
too, so-
they when I pretty much when I first came in here, they were camped up on that whole wall. They would come in here, put their trash in here. We got them out.
Okay.
So, but it's they're if they're back, I'll let the landlord know.
Yeah, I attack what other dude, like, you know. And then we've caught people like right in front of, like, well, not in front. You know, the trash used to be an old trash bin right here.
Yes,
Kind of over there, they were drinking and stuff. It's just,
Really?
like, the wrong type of people.
they're on this side too. On this side of
Yeah,
it.
like back here to go hang out.
Yeah, that's not good. Cause I caught one guy. I don't know what he was doing. Older guy. He was up near the wall. Had a black bag in his hand. Probably tagging. As soon as he saw me, he took off. So, I
You're
did.
here late. I was like, man, I thought about you. I was like,
Yeah.
be careful. So.
Yeah, the door's locked, and like I said, I have cameras. The whole from the fence right there to the fence over there is covered. So I'm watching them, you know. So, but who's to say, you know? I'm so kind of surprised because I haven't seen Okay. I'm sorry. I hope this place stays nice, and now I have to keep an eye out too. That was the neighbor here. He's a nice guy. So we're gonna put this board in the ultrasonic. What iPad? It's an A1550. Let's throw this board in the cleaner. Oh, my head. I just closed my live chat window. Can we get a stream on it? And me breaking an iPad? Sure, why not? These are stickers that we put on boards when they're done. Keeps you fast. Very quiet, Tim. Mike, very quiet. No, I'm not talking. I don't think. Let's see. The USC is interfering with it. I think people would learn this by now. Here. We're gonna have ASMR until the ultrasonic is done. So here you go. When are people gonna learn it's the ultrasonic cleaner? Cam, out of all people, you should know what's going on. I had it on 7 minutes. Oops. Oh well. I had the done cleaner on for 7 minutes. That's a little bit excessive. Wondering that I was thinking that's a really long 4 minutes. Oh well. That was a really long 4 minutes, but that was actually a 6-minute cleaning cycle. Oh well. Let's turn it over. We'll give it another couple minutes on this side. Much MacBook. Yes, Teresa, I do actually. I ate one pack and now I'm on the other. I think I'm gonna go home early today. Well, after this one board. I want to relax. So, I'll wait. I'll shut up until the board is done. Alright, so FLIR has this really nice multimeter that I want to buy. It's the DM166. It's a multimeter with FLIR built in. I really want to buy that. It looks just like an impressive tool. I really want to buy that. So what I do with the boards now, they go in distilled water first to rinse all the nasty ultrasonic stuff off, right? And then they go in alcohol after. So that rinses all the nasty stuff off before it goes in the alcohol. The alcohol stays relatively clean. And then we just place the water in the alcohol bath and then dry it. So pretty much no water stays behind whatsoever. And no, there was not another earthquake. This is unstable. It moves. And the floors are not soft here. And I just got nasty water in a cut. I should probably put some stuff on that. because I don't want an infection, because I don't know what the heck is in there. Actually, nothing is in there. But let's have a look now. Let's dry the board off. You know what's weird now is a lot of people complain and cry when they get alcohol in cuts, but I'm so immune to that now. I could put alcohol in a open cut and it does not burn for me. Alright, so here's our nice board. Here's the area we reworked. Nice and clean, all the flux is gone. There's a nice wire there. We reworked over here. Nice and clean. Reworked over here. Nice and clean. Everyone is so mean to Tim. Yes, I agree, Teresa. That is normal for Tim. That is what Tim has had since the dawn of time. I've gotten used to it by now. It's one of the reasons why I deleted my Facebook account. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little bit of conformal coating. Not the UV stuff, this is just acrylic. Just like that. Now this goes in the oven. And then we'll reassemble it and then test it. Input level here. This seems quiet, is it? Nope, we're good. But I just upped the output level a little bit. And with that being said, I'm going to take off. Because I have to finish up here. Then I'm going to go home. Fixed board. In stream.